evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Tuesday, November 15, 2022. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Police forced to deploy drones, plainclothes cops to keep cities safe during Christmas. Majority of illegal guns in Guyana likely smuggled from U.S., Brazil, says GPF. Crime Chief bemoans lack of capacity for DNA testing locally. APNU will not allow PPPC to take over our strongholds, says Norton. And many trained medical professionals want to remain in Georgetown, not be deployed to critical areas. Now for the news in detail. Beginning today, the Guyana Police Force will be implementing its Grand Christmas Plan, aimed at keeping communities across the country safe this holiday season. In our lead story tonight, Luanda McAllister reports on the force's plan for the capital city, Georgetown, the busiest shopping district, which gets even busier during the holidays. In addition to increasing the presence of cops in the city, the GPF plans to use drone technology as well as deploy plainclothes ranks to help ward off criminals.
During the launch of the Guyana Police Force Christmas Policing Plan on Tuesday, it was revealed that police patrol on foot, bicycles, motorcycles, and other motor vehicles will be on duty across Georgetown. And for the first time, members of the public will be able to spot drones in the skies, providing added surveillance. According to Regional Commander for Region 4A, Simon McBean, during the Christmas period, there is usually an increase in economic activity, and as usual, he admitted that police presence needs to be heightened.
We know during this season, activities will heighten, and we are heightening our presence also. Increase traffic patrols, again, Georgetown, synonymous with congestion and traffic issues, hence our increased traffic patrols. And we'll work in close collaboration with the City Constabulary, our security agencies, business communities, our CPG groups, etc.
Commander McBean said that robberies and simple larceny are most prevalent during this period. He noted that persons doing their Christmas shopping and businesses are the usual targets for these crimes.
There's a likelihood of increased crime, traffic accidents, and congestion. Also, there is a likelihood of picketing activities due to the present industrial and political environment.
To achieve their intentions, the commander said Region 4 will be divided into 15 sectors. Each sector, he said, will be commanded by an officer or inspector and will also include several police booths. The main sector in Georgetown will be Robb Street to the north, Hatfield Street to the south, Camp Street to the east, and the Demerara River to the west. He also stated for this period there will also be heightened intelligence-led operations and more focus on noise nuisance. The plan will conclude on January 15th, 2023. Luanda McAllister reporting for the evening news.
Luanda McAllister joins us again to report that the Guyana Police Force believes illegal guns are being smuggled into Guyana from the United States of America and from across the Guyana-Brazil border. Possession of illegal guns has become an issue that is plaguing the community of Letem in Region 9. Details in this report.
Serious crimes in Guyana are becoming more weaponized with the proliferation of guns manufactured in Brazil and brought into Guyana through the community of Lethem. As such, the Guyana Police Force said it is working to stem the flow of these guns crossing the Brazil-Guyana border. According to Crime Chief Wendell Bladham, for this year, the police force managed to take 68 illegal guns off the streets, and most of these weapons they are found are being manufactured in Brazil.
Revolvers accounted for the highest type of illegal firearms taken out of circulation during the current reported period, followed by shotguns. Origin of illegal firearms seized for the period. The main origin of illegal firearms is the United States of America, followed by our neighbor Brazil. Regarding Brazil, a significant amount of illegal firearms seized are the Taurus pistols and revolvers. The Taurus weapons are produced and sourced from Brazil. Our investigations have so far revealed that Letem is the main transit point for these weapons. which go largely towards principal destination in Region 4A and other distribution networks across the country.
The issue of illegal firearms has been a long-standing concern, but from all indications, more and more of these weapons are ending up in the hands of criminals. In 2014, former crime chief Leslie James revealed that from 2011 to 2014, the Guyana police force was seizing illegal weapons which are being made in neighboring Brazil. He stated that based on the police's records, Brazilian-type weapons are the choice of criminals. James also pointed out that Brazilians travel to Guyana illegally for mining purposes where their weapons on them. Those weapons, he said, are usually confiscated by the police during raids and other operations. Awanda McAllister, The Evening News.
For the first time in the history of Guyana, the emergency medical service has been expanded outside of Region 4 and will now be available to residents of Region 5. This announcement was made on Monday as the Guyana Fire Service commissioned a $28.7 million fire station at Onverwacht. Here is more.
In addition to commissioning the $28.7 million fire station at Onverwacht Region 5, the Guyana Fire Service also extended its Emergency Medical Services program to the region. The Emergency Medical Service was launched in 2016 and has been serving residents as far as Cove and John on the east coast of Demerara and Brickery on the east bank of Demerara. The fire station was completed in 2019 and occupied in 2020, but it was never officially commissioned. The facility is positioned to serve residents along the west coast of Berbice from east of the Abari Bridge to Rosignol, Ithaca. Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben, who attended the commissioning ceremony on Monday, underscored the importance of initiatives like these.
We are putting in fire stations in other places in the country, in Letem, Madhya, Mabaruma and other places. We expect to be able, hopefully, before the end of the year or early next year, to go into Region 3 with the emergency medical support. But ultimately, we would like to see this type of footprint where you have fire service, emergency medical response teams, and also life-saving industrial type response teams in the country, all over the country, because we have to pay attention to the new challenges we have in our development.
Regional Chairman Vicchand Ramphal welcomed the expansion of the emergency medical service to the region.
I want to encourage all the residents of Region 5 to make full use of this service. It's a new service. Many people might not know about it, but I'm sure that there will be some form of public awareness that will tell our people more of how they can access the service and, the benefits.
National Emergency Medical Director Dr. Zulfikar Box revealed that this is the first time in the history of Guyana that such a service will be made available to the public outside of Region 4.
Whether it has to do with a heart attack, whether it has to do if you're in an accident, or if you're in some amount of violence that renders you the need for emergency care. The service that EMS provides ensure that that member of the public, wherever they are, they can be able to dial and make an emergency call, just like in developed world and the US system where you hear people dial 911. But in our case, it's 912. You can call 912 and a team of trained emergency medical technicians, or as they're known in most parts of the world, medics or paramedics, they're dispatching an ambulance that's properly equipped to deal with whatever the emergency is.
In keeping with a new trajectory to enhance education, the Education Ministry will be demanding performance and proper teaching for students in the system. Find out more in this report.
Education Minister Priya Manik Chand on Monday expressed that students are affected when teachers do not perform or execute their functions effectively. In light of this, she said a strong approach has been taken to take teaching to the next level.
The country has to want to move to a place where we demand performance from our teaching service and the administration of schools, because for every teacher that doesn't teach, dozens of children were damaging. Dozens. And so sometimes to take education to a next level, everybody has to be on the same page about what we want it to be and how we want to get there.
The minister explained that in many cases, some educators do not give their best owing to the ranking of the school, among other factors. But she noted that this conduct and such persons will be weeded out.
Teachers have a commitment from me. Even as we ask you to do better, we will implement measures fairly and openly and transparently, and you'll always have a hearing. You'll always have a hearing. But we all have to want to take it to a next level. Too many times I hear people saying, nah, that's a Leslie school. They just come for, we babysit them till they get big enough and they could go and work. Not in my education system. Whoever comes through the door must leave with value added to them. And if there's anything getting in the way of that added value, you're an enemy to education. We can't keep you.
The Cyril Potter College of Education has committed to having 100% trained teachers in classrooms across Guyana by 2025 as part of the Education Ministry's strategic plan. 2 categories of untrained teachers currently exist in the education system: those who are eligible for admission at CPCE and those who are not. The latter group is being upgraded so that they can enter the college program.
Coming up, 76% of self-employed persons fail to file tax returns, and many trained medical professionals want to remain in Georgetown, not be deployed to critical areas. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Optic offers great patient care that is tailored for my entire family.
At Optic, a wide selection of affordable optical frames and optical services are available to fit your budget.
At Optic, my family is provided with comprehensive eye examination and access to the ophthalmology services, all under one roof.
Optic takes pride in delivering exceptional customer service and a unique experience to you, our customers.
Optic Vision Care is a company that is Guyanese born and grown that will help you take care of your precious eyes.
Superbet com certeza a sua melhor escolha. Com mais de 200 jogos online com Superbet, você aposta é para ganhar. Cadastre-se hoje, tá esperando o quê? Basta acessar o www.superbet.gy, clicar em registrar e você já está apto a participar. Lembrando que o Superbet não é recomendado para menores de 18 anos.
Ocho. 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 Organic Ocho candy. What's inside counts.
Guy Oil is 100% Guyanese owned and operated. With more than 43 years of service, our company is recognized as a market leader in high-quality petroleum products and is Guyana's largest fuel distributor. Guy Oil is strategically located in all 3 counties with terminals and fully operational wharfing facilities at Providence, East Bank Demerara, Heathburn, Berbice, and Adventure Essequibo. These facilities allow for convenient ship-to-ship transfer of fuel to vessels of various sizes. Choose Guy Oil for your bulk fuel supply and you will benefit from convenient delivery via our extensive fleet of RTWs, volume discounts and complimentary tanking facilities. Guy Oil is owned by the Government of Guyana and all profits are used in Guyana for the benefit of Guyanese. Choose Guy Oil for all your fuel needs. Guy Oil, excellence in service.
Watching the evening news. The Guyana Police Force has vented its frustration at the lack of capacity to conduct DNA testing locally. According to the police force, DNA technology has become increasingly vital in Guyana for identifying criminals and clearing suspects, among other things. Lawanda McAllister tells us more.
The Guyana Police Force on Tuesday announced that their officers are really struggling not being able to conduct DNA testing locally. This was announced by Crime Chief Wendell Blanham, who said that this is a major challenge at the Guyana Forensic Science Laboratory.
The lack of capacity to conduct DNA testing indeed is affecting us because many of the cases are before the courts and there is a huge backlog. It is quite expensive to send these samples overseas. We were able to get some to a lab in Miami recently, but we still have a backlog and we're hoping that that situation can be resolved as early as possible.
He said the criminal justice system is currently seeing a backlog of more than 20 cases due to the country's incapability to conduct such testing. While he could not state how long there has been a backlog, the crime chief said that it has been going on for some time now. Having this type of testing, he explained, would help to eliminate backlogs, strengthen crime laboratory capacity, and stimulate research and development. In May of this year, it was announced that Guyana's DNA testing capabilities are set for a massive upgrade with the procurement of new equipment costing the state some $300,000. The equipment is expected to arrive in the country soon, Minister of Home Affairs Robertson Ben had told the media. Even though the Guyana Forensic Science Laboratory can perform DNA testing, Minister Ben had related that there are challenges when those tests are to be conducted on badly decomposed bodies and in other circumstances where sampling is poor. Currently, the forensic lab can conduct DNA testing for comparison or matching evidence to suspects, paternity testing, and family mapping. Lawanda McAllister for the Evening News.
The Partnership for National Unity, APNU, are yet to confirm if they would participate in next year's local government elections. At the same time, however, opposition leader Aubrey Norton is insisting that the party would not allow the People's Progressive Party Civic to take over their strongholds. Here are the details from Jarrell Bryan.
During a press conference on Tuesday, opposition leader Aubrey Norton was insisting that the PNC-led APNU will not allow its strongholds to fall into the PPPC's hands. At the time, he was asked if APNU will follow its coalition partner, Alliance for Change, AFC, and not contest LGE. According to Norton, however, APNU is in a different position from the smaller party and has to protect its strongholds.
The AFC as a political party has a right to decide whether it wants to go, whether it wants to go in coalition or it doesn't want to go at all. That is their right, and they have exercised their right. In terms of the APNU, we are in a different position. For instance, we have strongholds in Linden. We have strongholds in New Amsterdam, in Bartica, in Madia, and in the last election, we beat the PPP in Rose Hall. Now, what is the PPP hope? The PPP hopes that nobody will go and they will get all the seats and dominate and control this entire society. We have made it clear that we will protect our strongholds. How we do it, we will disclose once we would have completed all our analysis.
Norton mentioned Georgetown, New Amsterdam, and Linden as areas that APNU does not want to lose to the PPPC. With March 13, 2023 set as the date for local government elections, the PPPC is the only major political party that has signaled an intention to participate. On Sunday, the AFC announced that it would not be participating in the elections if the voters' list remains as is. GCOM has already completed the statutory steps, such as claims and objections, to extract an official list of electors. It has set December 12th as nomination day and November the 21st as the deadline for parties to submit their symbols. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
The Guyana Revenue Authority collected over $240 billion in revenue in 2021, but the Auditor General is contending that some 76% of self-employed persons did not file tax returns. Gerald Bryan joins us again with the details.
According to the Auditor General report of 2021, 87,267 self-employed persons did not file their income tax returns out of 114,838. This means that only 27,211 persons, or 24%, filed their tax returns, which totaled $4 billion. In total, the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, collected $242 billion for 2021 as revenue. $255 billion in total was collected and paid over to the Consolidated Fund. The Auditor General noted that there were substantial shortfalls in income tax on the self-employed. Also falling short were personal and corporate tax, the environmental levy, liquor license, travel tax, and VAT on import goods and domestic supply. The excise tax on petroleum products also showed a shortfall in revenue collection. However, government has been slashing the excise tax on fuel for a while now as a policy measure to reduce prices for consumers. Meanwhile, GRA explained that for 2021, the target was revised from $242 billion to $254.9 billion. Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony on Monday lamented that many trained medical professionals opt to remain in the capital city of Georgetown and not be deployed to critical areas across the country. He says this is a major bugbear in the government's push to decentralize health services in Guyana. Here are the details.
Speaking during the launch of Oral Health Month on Monday in Region 6 East Berbice Quarantine, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony noted that the 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted dental services in the country. However, he noted that it also allowed authorities to examine each region to determine any deficits in terms of equipment, infrastructure, problems with supply, and personnel. The health minister noted that a key area is the training of people for the sector, as well as their subsequent deployment.
Because a lot of people, when they get training, they don't want to leave Georgetown. And the intention of our training programs are not to keep everybody in Georgetown, but to deploy them to the different regions. So this is an ongoing exercise that we have where we are trying to decentralize a lot of our services.
Speaking specifically on dentistry, the health minister said efforts are ongoing to get more professionals deployed to the various regions.
In Region 6, as with every other region, we're trying to get more dentists to come out to the region. We're trying to get more dentexists to come out and dental aid. And for some of those programs, we see no reason why we have to run them in Georgetown. We strongly believe that some of these programs, we can actually run them in the regions themselves with support from the staff in Georgetown.
Moreover, Dr. Anthony posited that it is time the country moves to the next level of dentistry.
In many instances, if somebody needs to get a crown, more than likely a mold would be taken, and this is even being done in the private sector here. They'll have to take a mold, and then very often they have to send that to Miami, and then they'll do the crown and send it back. And if it doesn't fit properly, then you've already paid the money, so they fit it in anyhow. And a lot of times people have complaints. We can change that dynamic. And that's one of the things that we're working at the dental school to do. The systems that exist would mean that you can go, somebody come to get service. We're able to do digital x-rays. We pull them up on the screen. You can design the crown on the screen using up-to-date software. And once that is done, you send that crown to be milled. And within 30 to 40 minutes, you can be inserting that crown. That's the future of dentistry in this country. That's where we have to go.
And now for a look at the bridge report.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, November 16th at 11:30 for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Wednesday, November 16th at 9:20 for a period of 1.5 hours.
Hooper added as assistant coach of Adelaide Strikers, and MVP Sports' futsal male and female semifinalists decided. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
It's November already and soon it will be Christmas, so we at John Lewis Styles are giving away one Amazon Echo show every week in November and every day in December. Stream music and videos, make video calls and control smart devices, alarms, reminders and lots more. Every $5,000 spent gives you a chance to win when you shop for clothing, footwear, watches, fragrances, handbags, luggage and accessories. So visit us on Waterloo Street. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Contractors, let the quality of your road constructions speak for themselves by investing in a walk-behind vibratory roller from Sylvies. Apart from improving productivity, our roller provides better compaction for soil and asphalt. Designed with the ability to turn, this machine also offers great flexibility for precise work near walls and sidewalks. Order it now before it's gone at sylviesonline.com or at our 31 High in Hatfield Street store.
Guy Oil is 100% Guyanese owned and operated. With more than 43 years of service, our company is recognized as a market leader in high-quality petroleum products and is Guyana's largest fuel distributor. Guy Oil is strategically located in all three counties with terminals and fully operational wharfing facilities at Providence, East Bank Demerara, Heathburn, Berbice, and Adventure Essequibo. These facilities allow for convenient ship-to-ship transfer of fuel to vessels of various sizes. Choose Guy Oil for your bulk fuel supply and you will benefit from convenient delivery via our extensive fleet of RTWs, volume discounts, and complimentary tanking facilities. Guy Oil is owned by the Government of Guyana and all profits are used in Guyana for the benefit of Guyanese. Choose Guy Oil for all your fuel needs. Guy Oil, excellence in service.